Hey guys, welcome to my garage quick look videos. Today we're going to take a look at the BMW M2's M Performance exhaust system that this car has. It's the factory upgrade for the BMW standard exhaust. Now if you saw the original M2 review that I did, you know how good it sounds. And if you didn't, I'll put a link up here and I'll put one down in the description for the mobile users. Check it out. I think you're going to like it. If you missed it, check this out real quick. Okay, so I think we can all agree that it sounds pretty awesome. But what about the other considerations? We've got cost, we've got performance, fit and finish, and design. That's what we're going to take a look at. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This thing is not cheap, okay? And this is a big consideration for a lot of people. The exhaust in this car, and this is not a full exhaust, this is from the catalytic converter back to the muffler. $2,540 just for the exhaust, okay? Doesn't sound terrible at first, but then you realize that you need 4 exhaust tips, and they sell every one of them individually at $337 retail. So when you're said and done, the exhaust and 4 tips, at least for the carbon fiber ones that this car has, you're looking at just shy of $4,000, about $3,888 I think is the math. That's a big chunk of change. Okay, well, you're going to have to decide if you think that this thing is worth the money. I actually do, and I'm going to explain why later. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, the next thing is performance, and this is a big thing for most people. When I look at purchasing something like an aftermarket exhaust, that's a performance part, or at least I think of it that way. In this case, at least from what I've been able to find and from what BMW is putting out, there is zero performance upgrade in this. Again, I wasn't able to find any. There may be a slight amount here or there. There's certainly some weight reduction. I wasn't able to find exactly what that was either, but I have read that it's a little bit lighter, but again, inconsequential here. So for performance, it's a little disappointing. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is fit and finish and design. This is where this exhaust really shines. BMW did a great job of designing this. The carbon tips are really amazing, and even the installer that put the exhaust on this particular car, who's been doing BMW M cars for years and years, maybe decades, he even commented that BMW is really up to their game when it comes to the quality and the build that they've done on this exhaust. So the quality is really there, looks fantastic. The muffler is nice shiny stainless steel. You've got really nice welds. And again, the tips are amazing, and that carbon fiber stainless contrast is really good. So for the design, fit and finish, definitely a thumbs up. Now I do have one complaint about this, and I don't know if this is the exhaust itself. I have a feeling it may have to do with the install more than anything, so I'm going to look at having this fixed. But when you start the car in the cold start mode, when the car is cold, it goes up into the rev range to warm the car up, and it hits a certain RPM when it does that. I'm going to show you the video now, and you'll see what I mean. So you can see that there's a really annoying vibration in there, and it does it twice during the cycle. I got to get that fixed because it kind of ruins the whole starting experience. But once it's warmed up, it revs perfectly smooth. You don't hear that vibration at all when you're driving it or after the start mode. Okay, another cool part about this is the Bluetooth controller. This comes with the exhaust, and I'm going to show it to you right here. I've got it down here in the side door. It comes here in a little styrofoam piece that actually is designed to go into the cup holder. I had it there for a while, but I ended up putting it in the side door because after a while I realized that all it does is take up one of the cup holders. I didn't really like that. I wasn't using it as much as I thought I was. So off over here, it's easy to get to, but it's out of the way. So if you take it out of this and take a look at the detail on this, it really is nice, actually. It's got the bottom here is plastic, but the side is some kind of rubber, or actually I think it's an Alcantara. Yeah, it is. You can see actually it's got the nice stitching there. And then on the other side, if you can see this, hopefully, it's got your M impression there. And then it's got the little holder here, which has got the M emblem, and on the back even, talk about details, retrofitted adrenaline. So that's pretty cool. So the way this works is it is a Bluetooth controller that controls the valves to the rear muffler. You push this button and it actuates the valves in the muffler, and it bypasses the gases away from the muffler straight out through the back, and it really turns this car into an animal. Okay, earlier I mentioned that I thought this exhaust was worth it overall, and I want to give you 5 reasons why. The first one is, this is a factory part, okay? It comes with a factory warranty. There's a lot of reasons that that's a nice thing, and I'll talk about that a little in the last point as well. But factory BMW part. The second thing, being a factory part, it's smog legal. Now, I know there's a lot of guys out there that they're willing to mod their cars and do whatever they want to, and they get around the smog, and they're willing to change out the parts when they have to go get a smog. I've done that before. I don't want to do it anymore. Quite frankly, I like the fact that it's factory, no worries about emissions. The third thing, the look is fantastic. I mean, it really makes this car stand out. You put a stock car, stock BMW with the stock exhaust next to this car, and it really changes the whole back end of the car. And then on top of it, the sound, I mean, just the sound without the actuator, without the Bluetooth controller, without the valves open, sounds even that much better in the stock car. And I have to say, the stock car is great. It sounds amazing, but this just brings it up another notch. So for me, it is worth it for that reason. And then the last reason has to do with resale. And the reason that might be important is, again, when you sell your car, a lot of people, when they're looking for a used car, especially a car like this, they're not really wanting to buy someone else's modifications. Usually they're looking for a stock car that they can either keep stock or they can mod themselves. There's something a little bit uncomfortable about buying a car that you know has been modded by somebody else. Well, this really isn't a mod. It's a factory part. And because it's part of BMW, somebody's going to, they're not going to look at it in the same way. You can sell it with the exhaust on it. The other point people make, I know, is that you take it off, you take off the aftermarket exhaust and you put the stock one back on. No big deal, no harm, no foul. But again, like the emissions thing, over the years I've done that too many times. I'm not interested in swapping out exhausts every single time I buy or sell the car. In this case, I'd rather just sell it with the exhaust on it. And I think with this exhaust being a factory exhaust, it actually will increase the value of the car a little bit rather than another aftermarket exhaust, which actually might bring the resale value of the car down a little bit. So it's an important point. Just listen to that exhaust. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Alright guys, that's my quick look at the BMW M Performance exhaust system. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing more of these quick look videos coming up in between the full reviews. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this car. I plan to do some more videos about the M2 in the future. And of course I've got plenty of other cars lined up as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop.